What's going on, everybody? It's Warhawk. Welcome to Nerf Talk. Got a video for you here because we just had a whole bunch of new blasters come into our collection. The blasters from the new Nerf LOADOUT series. Here they are. Now, I don't plan on spending a lot of time on talking about these blasters. Just going to give you a quick rundown on them and give you my quick opinions on them. And then at the end of the video, I'll give you my overall opinion on the new Nerf LOADOUT series. So starting with the JADESTRIKE, it's nothing too fancy. Actually, there's another version of it called the Cobalt Fury, and it's pretty much the same thing, just a reskin. So this is pretty much like the Mega Tri-Break. You're just gonna open the front end like that, and it only holds 2 darts, unfortunately not 3. You just load your darts in like that, close your front end, pull back on the prime, pull your trigger. Now, one thing I did find out about this blaster, it is pretty accurate for N1 darts. I do find this piece here kind of digs into my wrist a little bit because the grip on it isn't that big, but all in all, not a bad little blaster. Up next, we have the SHADOWSPEED Recon. Now, this blaster has a 6-dart cylinder, and to load the darts, you're just going to put them in here like that and push them all the way in. It is a bottom pump action prime. To fire it, you're just going to pull back on that, push forward, fire your dart. Comes with one of these dart holders, which I don't really put darts in it because I find they fall out pretty easy, but it does look pretty neat. You can put a front barrel attachment on this, but only the LOADOUT series. It's not compatible with any N-Strike barrels. It's kind of weird. It has a stock attachment on the back, which is compatible with N-Strike. Grip on it isn't too bad at all, and it does have a pretty good balance to it. Now, one thing I did find about this blaster, it's not very accurate at all. Like, not at all. But it does have a good look to it, so you know what, I don't mind it. And here we have the FLAREFUSION, one of the better looking LOADOUT series blasters in my opinion. I don't know what it is, I just really like red and yellow together. I think it looks really good. Comes with this front attachment piece here, which is also a dart holder. But one thing cool about this one, if you wanted to, you could add another front barrel attachment to this. Also comes with this scope up here, and it does have these little plastic crosshairs, so it's not hollow inside. And this stock attachment piece here, which someone did ask, are they flimsy like the old Recon stocks? And actually, they are pretty strong, so they're not flimsy at all. Now, this also has a 6-dart cylinder. To load your dart, you're just gonna put it in right there, push all the way back. It has a bolt action prime. In the prime, pull back on your bolt, and it does have a spring return, which is kind of cool. And then fire your dart. Now, being a 6-dart cylinder blaster, once again, not very accurate. It does have a nice grip on it, very comfortable in the hands, and has a nice balance to it too. So you know what, for the price of this blaster, I can't really complain. It's these I have a problem with, but we'll get to that. And here we have the FROSTFUSION. Now, this blaster has a very nice overall look to it. I like how they added the little white detail into the front barrel attachment here. It also comes with this pretty big scope, but unfortunately, there's nothing inside. Also comes with one of the dart holders, and again, I don't keep darts in it because they do fall out of this one pretty easy as well. It does have a very cool looking stock to it, which also has some dart holders, and it is compatible with the other LOADOUT series blasters. But it also has a N-Strike stock attachment to it, so if you wanted to, you could add another little stock to it. Obviously not with this one because it probably wouldn't fit too well. It also has a 6-dart cylinder and is bolt action primed. So to load your dart, you're just gonna put it in there, push all the way back, and the prime, pull back on the bolt, spring return, fire your dart. And once again, being a cylinder dart blaster, not accurate, but I really do like the look of this blaster. I think they did a really good job with the overall look. Yeah, I'm happy it's in the collection. Okay, now we have the CYBERLIGHT Ghost. Another very nice looking blaster in my opinion. And it also has a 6-dart cylinder and is bolt action primed. So to load your dart, just put it in there, push all the way back, prime, pull back on the bolt action, let go because it has a spring return, and fire your dart. Also comes with one of the dart holders, this smaller scope up top, which unfortunately as well is hollow. It does come with this stock, which is exactly like the FLAREFUSIONs, just different color obviously, and this light up front barrel attachment. Now I've heard some people compare this to the Ghost Stop series, and not even close. The actual Ghost Stop series, the whole blaster lit up. I mean, those blasters looked awesome when they lit up. This is just the front barrel and the cylinder, and actually if you just take the front barrel piece off, then the cylinder doesn't light up anymore because the light's right there. So yeah, not as cool as the Ghost Stop series, but still not bad. And now we've come to one of the better Nerf Loadout series blasters in my opinion, the ARTIC Zerostriker. Now I really like the overall look of this blaster. One thing I really like about it, it's that it's a sniper blaster. It does come with a front barrel attachment, this pretty cool looking scope up here, which unfortunately, once again, hollow. Comes with this pretty unique looking stock. One thing unfortunate about it is when you do put it on other Nerf blasters, it sticks up really high. It looks kind of funny. And it also comes with this front bipod here. Now one thing very interesting about the ARTIC Zerostriker is that it has an internal mag and it's bolt action. Now, other than rival series, can you think of any other Nerf blasters that has an internal mag that's bolt action? Because off the top of my head right now, I can't. So to load your darts, you're going to pull back on the bolt action prime, which will open up the internal dart mag. It holds 6 darts, and you're just going to load your darts in like that. Make sure you push them all the way down, because you don't want this blaster to jam on you. And then on this one, you have to actually push the prime forward to fire your dart. And a cool thing I found about this blaster, that being that it's mag fed, well, internal mag fed, it can be kind of accurate. All in all, a great looking blaster. Like I said, I really like sniper blasters, so yeah, I'm glad it's in our collection. And here we have Nerf's newest motorized blaster, the GALACTIC Commander. Now this blaster comes with a front barrel attachment, a pretty nice looking scope, which does actually have a crosshair, a stock attachment which holds one of the 18 dart mags, and as I mentioned, it is motorized, so it does take 6 AA batteries, which does add some weight to this blaster. And the rev trigger is pretty smooth. I really like the paddle mag release. That's pretty comfortable. It does have a jam door on the left side right here, and being motorized, I did find that it is pretty accurate. Now the coolest thing about the GALACTIC Commander, it has 3 different firing modes, kind of like the old school regulator. It has single fire, three-shot burst, and full auto. Very smooth trigger pull, kind of like the Ultra Select. The grip is comfortable, but it is a little front heavy, so unfortunately it's not balanced very well. So it's a little awkward to hold. The only other thing I can say about it is the Select Fire dial here kind of feels a little, I don't know, cheap. So it feels like sometimes I'm gonna break it when I'm trying to select which fire mode I want. Overall, a very cool blaster. I'm a little unimpressed by this one. So what's my overall opinion on the new Nerf Loadout series blasters? Overall, the blasters are pretty cool. I do have a couple of gripes about them. One of them being that the front barrel attachment pieces, you can't use regular front barrel attachment pieces. I mean, that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of weird to me. So I wonder why they did that. It's kind of weird. And I did check to see if any of the loadout barrel attachment pieces would work with the rival charger, and they don't go on with the rival charger, so that's kind of, so I'm wondering why they made these different sizes, probably just because. But it is cool that you can use regular stock attachments. This is one of my favorite stock attachment pieces. There's that little 2-shot pistol in the back. Like this one. So like I said, overall the blasters are pretty cool. I do like them. I think they look good. And you know, there is a very unique new blaster that has that internal mag, the ARTIC Zerostriker, that's bolt action. I think that's kind of a pretty cool design, so I'm glad I got that one. But I'm sure everybody knows the problem I have with the N1 series blasters is not the blasters themselves, it's these dang darts. And I say dang because I want to be able, you know, I want everybody to be able to see this. Yeah, these darts, I don't know what it is. Why are they so, like, inaccurate? They can't hit targets. Like, they go all over the place. They're just so annoying. I did find, though, if they're not cylinder dart-fed blasters, that they are a little bit more accurate. So like the ARTIC Zerostriker with the internal mag, and the GALACTIC Commander, which is also has a mag. So I'm just wondering, maybe if it's a way I'm loading the darts in or something, why they're not accurate in the cylinder-fed ones. I don't know. So the new Nerf Loadout series, not everybody's a fan. I get them because I'm a collector, so you know, I collect blasters. So for me, it's not really about the performance. Sometimes it is, depending on the blaster. I knew these ones weren't going to be that great in performance because of the N1 darts, but there are a couple of them that are not bad. So you're going to want to get them, if that made any sense. Thanks for watching, everybody. Always have fun with your blasters.